what's going on, all my gamers, all my reaction gamers chat? Don't mind me. I am just that much of a hater that as I'm catching up to videos, I needed to come back and revisit this because this happened around the time that I got sick. But we're talking about ProZD again, of course. You know me. I don't like the guy. I hate everything that he stands for, and I think his whole thing with what do you call it? Diversity casting, pretty much. Like, I think it's something that could ruin, voice acting and voice acting opportunities for people, because it just takes out the whole skill level thing about, the blind matchmaking for, what do you call it, for voice acting, and making it about your race and blah blah blah. I think it's really stupid. Anyways, I covered it originally, and now I want to see people defending ProZD, because there's no way anyone should be, because he's obviously wrong. Anyways, let's watch this video.
Welcome back, guys. Hope you're in the
it.
loop with all the ProZD stuff, because today we've...
Why does no one say... I swear, if there's two people who pronounce things wrong, that always gets me laughing. I think Hirohei is like probably the worst of it. It's really funny, and I don't know why, but Hirohei has like a really hard time pronouncing things right. It's ProZD.
got Bluesky.
Blue balls.
ProZD and rages at everyone else.
Yippee!
The ProZD thing frustrates me so much,
Wow.
because correct me if I'm wrong, but people are attacking him for absolutely no reason. If they knew what he was saying in context, there'd be no argument that the opinions he had were normal and not egregious leaps in logic people are placing on him.
Okay, so say that I do believe you. Say that he is, in fact, not spouting something really stupid with authentic casting. In which universe does the idea of authentic casting work, and where it should be applied? Literally, if you can name me a single time, I'll hear you out, big dog. How about that? How about I'll hear you out if you find me some way where this should be applied? Literally nowhere.
Bro, people are literally criticizing word for word the things that he said, both on his own Twitter account and also on record in a video interview thing. So, like, what do you mean not in context? We got this response that says, those people are quite literally and purposely misrepresenting him for their own agenda. It's a full-on hate campaign that these chuds love to spend.
Oh my god, not the how you say it, the jugs. Not the jugs, bro. Not these jugs all over the place, bro. It's quite literally reading word for word what he says, right? It's not even like when covering this stuff, right? Because you guys know me. I'm very much like someone who really loves to cover voice acting and stuff like that. If you guys don't know, I did it when it comes to the Genshin stuff. Not on this channel. I did it on my main channel because, it's about gacha gaming and stuff like that. So how... I'm not even surprised, right? Because English voice actors, some of them, right? It's always like the people in anime, and I don't know why. They, self-aggrandize themselves and make themselves more important than they need to be. I don't know why. It's really weird. I've never understood it.
Time on. It's calculated. Bro goes on record making a terrible take, and people criticize it. And ProZD displays his own massive double standards. But hey, it's out of context. It's a hate campaign. It's just chuds.
Wow.
Here's a thought. How about instead of being a hypocritical virtually weirdo, you could just be a voice actor, Oh, but unfortunately in the English voice acting space,
oh my god,
you kind of have to be a virtue signaling.
Oh my god, bro. I don't know. What is it with... I've never seen an industry, a single job where you can just leave for about 6 months for a quote-unquote strike that isn't happening. Don't tell me it's happening. I have been covering the Genshin Impact work refusal the whole entire time. I know it top to bottom. It's not a strike, because it is not from the actual official SAG-AFTRA. It's by a group of people who just wanted to throw themselves to get better pay. Yeah, that's not Hoyo versus Job, bro. But I mean, hey, None of them are still in the game, so who cares, right?
Hypocritical weirdo to get with the in-click that so many of these Bluesky VAs are a part of and force everyone else to be a part of too. It's how
I'm trying to think. Is there anyone else in that clique still in Genshin? I don't think so. I think we got rid of most of them.
is.
And I like to think that I played a part of that.
I don't blame the guy for deleting that terrible website called Twitter. The amount of bigoted scumbags.
Wow.
Bigoted, right? Yeah, bigoted.
Okay.
You want to talk about that? How about the dude who's like advocating for segregation in the VA industry? Yeah, as always, these people have no self-awareness. The amount of bigoted scumbags who put words into his mouth and take what he said out of context. Oh, another one trying to say it's out of context. Yeah, very original.
Please show me it in context.
Their anti-woke narrative is freaking disgusting. The guy deserves none of that. So apparently
sure he does.
being
Why would he not?
against segregation and double standards and hypocrisy makes someone anti-woke.
This is where I think it's really weird too, because it kind of is. Is it like segregation? Kind of. I can't get this out of my head, right? It's like, I think was it Okarun's VA who said the Denzel quote? He's like, you guys don't know it's about a culture thing. You don't know. It's like, you're not Denzel, little pup. Sit down, all right? You're saying things in front of a booth. I could do that. I could do your job. I can't do it now because my voice is still pretty shot, but like, brother, come on.
Okay, good to know, Bluesky. And then there's this one.
I don't want to downplay it, though, because there are some talented voice actors out there.
ProZD should be allowed to RIP 5 people every day. Yeah, that one might actually be the most termly online of all the takes.
What?
But there's still plenty more. Check out this one.
Why?
I think they are ultra mad because most of anti-woke grifter treat Asian people like pets, which they use to project their racist opinions on.
Wait, that does say project. Sounds like something I would say. Project.
Or on what the frick is this typing, dude? So for on their man-child perspective, ProZD betrayed them, and he needs to be punished for misbehaving.
Proyectus pinches, ¿cómo se dice? Your yubs, man. Your yubs, man. Sorry.
This is the weirdest frickin' headcanon.
Fun fact: I can speak Spanish.
Could have come up with, bro. Like, something's not right with you, dude. For the record, Asian people have also called out ProZD. For example, Mr. Philip Chan right here, the gentleman on the left, right
Shout
next to
Mr. Philip
ProZD
Chan.
on the right. Mr. Philip Chan made an entire video calling out ProZD, as a matter of fact. So yeah, we've got a very diverse group of people.
I think what really sucks too is that someone actually commented this when I covered it originally. Is I actually do like ProZD outside of this. When he used to do, was it Vines or yeah, I think he was on Vine before TikTok. I think he was funny. I think he was a funny dude. I think he was great, and he he had some funny skits. I'm like thinking him off the top of my head right now, and I'm just laughing because he was funny. I think he was a funny dude. I just don't know where this came from. I really don't. And I also don't know what he's been in. Is this just because he's bad at voice acting? I don't think so. Right? I think it was in K-pop Demon Hunters. I like that. I actually watched that while I was bedridden. It's really funny.
Criticizing ProZD, people from all over the world. But for some reason, Bluesky wants to try and pretend like it's only like people who criticize ProZD or something. Typical Bluesky rhetoric where they claim to be against bigotry, but ends up making the bigoted takes themselves effortlessly, as a matter of fact. They're just naturally like that, Their natural habitat there on Bluesky, and what do they do?
It's impressive,
just
actually.
Say bigoted things and have no self-awareness to realize it. Of course.
Hey, as someone who played League for 8 years, man, I'm impressed at how easy they let it fly. As one flamer to another, dude. It's you know what I'm saying. I don't typically go down that route because I'm more of a, I like to go hardcore when it comes to my kind of hating. So that kind of stuff being racist, I find it low class. It's not creative when you come to hating someone. Anyone can hate someone for things that they are, but it takes a real hater to hate someone for the things that they do.
Like, they will gladly erase someone's minority status as soon as that person is not useful to their rhetoric over there.
It's really weird.
So ProZD made a post on Twitter saying he's leaving.
Whoa!
And mentioning all the weirdos who have an obsessive Hadeon. Was that a Pokemon? A Hadeon for him for misinterpreting a comment he made about diversity in voice acting.
Oh, wow!
Misinterpreting and it's people literally showing his take word for word, verbatim, on his like tweets that he made about it, and or showing what he said on record on a video and criticizing it. But hey, once again, it's misinterpreting, or as the other said, it's out of context, guys. Can you guess the type of comments he's getting? Frickin' heck, I just need to not even look at X anymore. I can't.
Please, bro. If you have the context that I would need to make authentic casting work, I am all for it, brother. I will hear you out. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to send that to me on Twitter, though. I don't use Bluesky. Twitter.com/BlueDemonRed. You'll probably find me on Billy more than you'll find me on. Send it to me at Xiaoheng Shuo. I'm on there more than I'm on Bluesky.
I freaking believe ProZD got jumped by right-wing nut jobs for playing a cartoon cracker as if the what?
What? What?
Dude, all these people sound so unhinged. That's got to be a typo for character, right? For played a cartoon cracker, as if those same Hitlerites, bro.
That's a new one.
Who comes up with this stuff? Oh my gosh.
It's creative. I'll give them that much. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm not...
Game recognizes game. That's kind of creative.
I'm gonna read the next part, dude. I hate when people type like that. It's so gross to me. It's just disgusting and vile, and like these people have no class.
I got you, bro. If those same wouldn't poop their diapers and throw man-child tantrums, defending white voice actors' rights to exclusively voice every character, that's a POC because my talent. So why doesn't everyone else voice those people? Are you guys not good at voice acting? I mean, here's the thing, right? And here is why I think it probably might be a thing. It's like voice actors are pretty bottom of the barrel actors, right? They're like the rejected theater kids that no one really likes, which really sucks because when you get into like anime and stuff like that, which is why in my opinion, why I think original Japanese voice acting is a lot better is because they get treated better and they get treated like almost celebrities in Japan. Bro, if that was the case, I would be trying my ass off, wouldn't you? Like, if you're not going to get paid, like, you get paid, like, what? $500 a show and an audition? Not an audition, but, like, you only make, like, $500 per show. I probably would try that hard. I would get the job, phone it in, and go home. And then you have to kind of get it done and get ready for the next one because you have to just constantly be recording to make this an actual viable thing, right? And you have to be that good to be able to do that. And it's not even like the best voice. Like here, I'm trying to think of a voice actor that's white that is really good. I can't think of. I mean, obviously there's like Troy Baker. I think Bryce Papenbrook. Who else? Liam O'Brien. I'm sure there's more. Patrick, Chris. Yeah, so there's a lot, right? Sean Schemmel, as much as no one really likes him as a person, he's amazing as Goku. And then I'm trying to think of who's really good as, Hispanic voice actors, for instance. Maybe Zach Aguilar, right? And the one that I'm thinking of is Sayu. He is never rejected for his, for the color of his skin. Dude, he is everywhere. We almost can't get away from Sayu. He is just that talented as a voice actor. And I think he's Mexican. Like, bro, come on. Sometimes it really is just you're not talented enough. Don't stack the deck in your favor because you're not talented, bro. Get your craft down, get good, and then go out for these roles.
At all.
Sorry, I got on a tangent there. I'm so sorry.
Literally you, bro. That's literally this person throwing a man-child tantrum right here on screen. You can all see it for yourself. Look at this nonsense. What the frig is wrong with this person? Defending white voice actors' rights to exclusively voice every character. That's a POC because of talent. Holy smokes, bro.
Just be better.
I know it's overplayed, but yeah, go outside, dude. Go outside, touch grass. Like,
Just
what
be
the
better.
frick?
Why is that not the
with your
choice?
political obsession, like your political brain rot. This is such
Literally
a crazy
just be
thing
better,
to say.
bro.
This whole take is just disgusting and crazy. Cathartic to find out the lies people threw around about ProZD were predictably not true.
Okay. Okay, brother.
And I feel nothing but hatred to the people who uncritically believe them and harassed the guy for years over stuff he literally did not say. Man, we got like a whole
Wow. Hold my nuts, idiot.
checklist now. People saying it's out of context, it's misrepresenting him, that people are just lying about what he said. And as I've said now, I'm sounding like a broken record. People have
Everyone has
verbatim
long-ass names on
posted
Bluesky.
like
Is
what
that
he
weird?
said and criticized that. But over here on Bluesky, these people are so desperate to, they're the ones actually lying about this. They're so desperate to lie about what's happening, but they're trying to accuse everyone else of like lying and taking the dude out of context and misrepresenting him and all that. And it's like, bro, we've seen his tweets. They are right there on record. We have seen what he said on video. It's right there on record. I feel bad for my viewers now because I'm sounding like a broken record, but like, you all understand. I'm commenting on what these people are saying, and they continue to try and deny reality. That's what these people are doing. They're denying reality. It's a sad thing to see, really. Like, this is a very sad way of living, and that's what these people are like, day in, day out, 24/7. You know, that's the life that they live. Sad.
Pretty boring.
I just look forward to when they get mad at this video and they call me a Nazi over on Bluesky once again, just like they tried doing during the SAG-AFTRA arc when I was criticizing that union's corruption.
And I'm gonna be over here farming it because because I'm still at that point where people don't notice me, so I can kind of like free farm this stuff, and no one really cares what I have to say.
And the Bluesky VA click and all that. And they tried to say, oh, Hero Hayes just a Nazi or blah, blah, blah. It's all right, femboy propaganda, blah, blah, blah. And that part was actually kind of funny, not going to lie. That actually made like pretty good content.
Pretty funny, yeah.
So go ahead and get mad again, and we'll make more content out of it. That'll be great. Thank you guys very much. ProZD leaving Twitter because he was fed up with people misinterpreting, exaggerating, and drama baiting has reminded me of this oldie but consistently relevanty. Bro, it's literally nothing like this screenshot at all.
That screenshot should be nowhere near Bluesky because, or at least not in this context. It should be all over Bluesky because you guys are not the first part. You guys are the second part.
This is a completely different thing.
Yeah, we are over here with the I like pancakes, and then Bluesky is so you hate waffles.
And like ProZD's take is not even original. All he did was say the quiet part out loud, which is a standard that the English VA industry has been setting for years.
Yeah.
That being the authentic casting thing.
Yeah.
That's not something ProZD made up. I mean, it's, like I said, it's been going around for a long time in that industry, and all he did was speak about it, and then people rightfully criticized it, and now all these Bluesky users are in denial about it, despite the fact that not only did ProZD say that stuff, but it's also, as mentioned, just a standard that is used in the English VA industry. As I speak right now, it's still something that those creeps advocate for. And it's very telling that when people find out about authentic casting and rightfully criticize that policy, that none of these people have an actual good response about it. They have to try and say that people are just lying and or misrepresenting and or taking it out of context. It's a very desperate look. All these people trying to defend ProZD and authentic casting look extremely disingenuous and extremely desperate. Here's another one. So they talk about some Dana person. I don't even know who that is. But then they say ProZD
Dana White
does not
from the
deserve
UFC?
harassment
No,
by
probably
those
not.
Twitter racists. That app is beyond saving. All because of one big lie that someone twisted ProZD words. It's freaking disgusting. Plus, again, no matter the truth, it doesn't matter. What?
What? What do you mean no matter the truth? What the hell does that mean? You mean it doesn't matter what the truth is? Are you sure? Like you're positive. That's the hill you want to die. Okay, bro. Okay. I'm just saying.
The truth doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, uh-huh.
That is a wild one. I am not going to lie. The truth doesn't matter, brother. That's pretty wild.
Right. It doesn't matter. It's freaking egotism that Twitter created. What are you even saying, bro? Listen to yourself. Like that last part didn't even make any sense at all.
I feel like, Chad, I feel like Soldier Boy from The Boys. You made those words up.
And like, don't talk about ego when all these people on Bluesky can't take any criticism, and instead they have to try and like deny objective reality. So yeah, it's very obvious how these sort of people operate.
Right.
When someone says something that's a good point that these people disagree with, they don't have any actual responsive merit, so they resort to either one, throw the buzzwords, just call that person a racist or a Nazi or something.
Okay.
And that fails nowadays because people see through that nonsense and they know it's just like smears.
It's just like that strat is just so overplayed and overused. I don't think anyone really cares anymore. Or not that no one really cares, because, you know, if someone is actually that, sure. But, like, it's just such a word that has been watered down, which I kind of wish I had water now. But it's been so watered down that just no one cares, bro. We're not going to believe you. It's like you have to convince us what you're saying is right, because those people were never going to watch us anyway, so you have to get, like, our communities to believe you. And they're not going to believe you because they know us. So it's like, who really cares if they say that, right?
Smear campaign. And then on top of that, literally no one cares about being labeled these buzzwords anymore because they're just meaningless now. They've been watered down so much that people literally don't care. Oh, you called that person a Nazi, they don't care. Literally no one cares.
Right.
Because, again, y'all have made this word mean nothing. Congratulations, great job. And so once their buzzwords don't work anymore, now they're just trying to say, oh, it's just lies. Oh, those people are just lying, misrepresenting. Oh, it's out of context. Because ultimately, like I said, they don't have any actual responsive merit to these things that they disagree with. And that person also made another tweet similarly saying, people freaked out over nothing on ProZD.
Oh.
And recently he quit Twitter because the racism on Twitter.
Wow.
All because grifters twisted his words. This happened when he was casted in Knights of Guinevere, by the way. Yeah, no one's twisting anything, bro. Just stop, okay? It's just not working. It's not working, bro. You don't need to be a bootlicker for these corrupt VAs and these bigoted policies. You know, these people claim to be against bigotry, but they want to stop on the hill. They want it to all be over on the hill of defending policies that are objectively bigoted. Yet another one, Twitter.
Wait, oh, he didn't read that last one. I should have read that one. Yeah, I heard about the stupid drama. Shame that ProZD was bullied off of Twitter. Dana actually replied to him and made another tweet saying, I wish people were more normal. Me too, Dana. Bro, like, you guys can't not look at what they're doing and just be like, yeah, that's okay. And it's like, I believe that these people think that they're right, but it's just so frustrating, bro. How do you think what they're doing is correct? I don't know.
Policies that are objectively bigoted.
It's just really weird, chat. I don't know.
Yet another one, Twitter harassing ProZD off the site for something he didn't even say is peak Twitter behavior, unfortunately. We're going to end with this thread from Dorian Scott, brave dude over here, who's actually going against the hive mind on Bluesky. This man saw that he'd be like the one dude in an army, well, not really an army because there's not that many people on Bluesky. This man saw the dozens of angry people on Bluesky and said, I don't care, I'm going to post there anyways and call them out.
Okay, let's hear it.
So,
I'll hear him out. I heard you out, Dorian. Hear me out, babe. I hear you out, brother.
Have a successful VA career. Post a really stupid comment on Twitter stating that
successful?
characters should only be voiced by VAs that look just like them. Get denied a role because of your own ethnicity.
Of course.
Block anyone who rightfully calls you out on your ineptitude.
Duh.
Showcasing your hypocrisy by getting the role of a white character in an upcoming Glitch production. Point number 5 again, state that you'll leave Twitter because you can't handle the criticism. I mean, you brought this on yourself, and
I think that's
show
a perfect
rev right there.
Perfect.
Scratch that. I got more to say. Dorian continues. This quote-unquote authentic casting garbage does nothing except limit a VA's opportunities. Say you're a black guy who wants to voice a character from an anime. This pretty much limits you to only a few characters, as dark-skinned characters rarely pop up in a series.
No, but it doesn't apply to them, right? It only applies to keeping out certain VAs, but, like, they can do it, right? Anyone else outside of, you know, being a white person, you can kind of do it, but, like, they can't do it. They can do it. You can't do it, though.
All ProZD had to do was shut his mouth, and nobody would have cared who he was voicing in future projects. The only thing that should matter in the VA industry is whether or not you're talented enough to be given a role. In fact, that's how it was for a long time. Think of Cleveland Brown. Up until 2020, he was voiced by Mike Henry, a white guy, who would voluntarily step down from his role because he too believes in authentic casting. Despite his replacement VA doing a great job, I still think it's idiotic to step down from a role you've had for nearly 30 years just because you prefer if the VA scene was segregated. And that's the video.
I wonder if he did it because he can retire. You think he was just tired of voicing Cleveland, and he's like, all right, this is my out, especially now that I've been voicing him for so long and had his own show, and he just, you think it's because of the show that he got, like, super, after the Cleveland show got, canceled? You think he got burnout, but he couldn't take it because Cleveland is a reoccurring character? Maybe he just took the time to retire.
So guys, hope you enjoyed this one. I sure had fun recording this. I look forward to seeing you in the comments, and if you enjoyed my coverage, please consider liking and or subscribing. Appreciate ya, and I'll see you in the next one.
Wow. Obviously, Chad, I can't stand people like trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? They're trying to just downplay what this asshole's doing. I don't like ProZD. I've never liked him. I probably never will. I just think why I just don't know why people, but I don't know if the word is believe him or just stay by his side or something. I don't know. Anyways, chat, let me know how you guys feel. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you gamers in the next one. Bye.